How many of you connected to the silence inside? Anybody could feel at least a drop of silence? How many of you? Yeah, that's good. Have you felt this before? How many of you have gone to that zone before? Where there's nothing, totally empty. You have. Not through this meditation, I'm saying otherwise. You know, it's a very fearsome state for the mind. Total emptiness, no thought. Because lack of thought is a useless state for mind. You know, when there's no thought, no activity, nothing happening, mind is terribly restless. Mind will keep asking, what are you doing? You know, do something, do something. I'm getting bored. So we are pushed into activity and pushed into thinking. You know, then when you reach a zone of silence, that's why, I didn't talk about heart. I talked about lungs, you know. Because we ignore lungs, right? Normally, do we consider lungs at all? But when lungs are very peaceful, lungs are very silent, the whole operating, the systems get silent. Everything becomes silent. And then it's a state of peace, bliss. You know, you wouldn't care what's happening outside. Whatever happens outside, it's okay. I'm peaceful. So you are able to go within into a zone where you are extremely peaceful. You know, as I was discussing yesterday at some places, we cannot see truth at all except through the eyes of the mind. And mind is filled with concepts, memories, theories, so many different things. We are completely deluded all the time. And through our mind, the eyes of the mind, we see the world. So we do not see the real world. We only see a distorted world. You know? And when we consistently see the distorted world, our reality is distorted. When our reality is distorted, our destiny is distorted. It is never clear. You know, it's like a murky water. You know, you pick up a water from a river which is full of mud. How will it look? You can't see through the glass, right? But you keep the glass there for some time. Then the mud settles down. And then you start seeing through the glass. You can see through the glass, through the water. Until the mud settles down, you cannot see well through it. Like that, until the mind settles down, all the dust settles down, you are not able to see well, clearly. This is important to understand. So we have to settle the mind at some point in time. And the effort is detaching from things outside. I'm not saying run away from anything. Do not run away from anything. That won't work. Do not suppress anything. It won't work. Whenever you suppress, that stays longer in your system. If you have a desire and you suppress it because of whatever reasons, that stays longer in the system. Be very clear about it. It's not going away. There are two ways things can take place. Karma can be exhausted. See, natural culmination of karma is fulfillment. Karma is coming out of unfulfilled desires. So what is the natural culmination? How can you solve karma? Fulfillment. Fulfillment with your mind at it, mind completely with it, when you are experiencing it. That works. Then karma, that desire, is fulfilled because you experienced it. When you experience it, it also leaves a residue memory. It leaves a memory. That gets stored as an impression in your causal layer, Karan Sharir. And that can manifest as a karma in the future. Okay, so this is the usual pattern of karma. One more way you can exhaust your karma is through increased awareness. That the awareness which is brought when you took the birth is good enough to operate the karma till end of life. That's good enough because you brought those stuff when you came. This is part of your constitution. Then you are evolving to a level where you are able to see from above. I'll give you a simple example. You badly wanted to buy a bicycle because you're fed up of walking, right? You wanted a bicycle because you thought it will help your movement. And your parents are gifting you a motorcycle. Then do you still have the desire for the bicycle? Your original aim was faster movement. You got a better stuff than what you expected. So would you still think about a bicycle? You wouldn't, because you already got something better. Likewise, your awareness grows beyond the usual pattern, then the lower drops off. That is not suppression. Please understand clearly. Suppression is that you are postponing something, you are pushing something down or keeping in the closet because you don't want to express it due to whatever reason. That is suppression. That's not going away. When you open the closet, you get all the skeletons, right? But otherwise, the usual conclusion of a karma is fulfillment, and once you have the experience, karma is exhausted. Otherwise, you raise your awareness into a level where you do not need this thing. Then again, it drops off. So what masters do is to bring your awareness to a much higher level so that none of these things you need anymore. That is what masters do. When you are in the proximity of masters who are connected to consciousness, who have already transcended, what they do is that they raise your awareness to a level where you are able to see through.